Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, we're live.
Hey, everybody. Paul Fontaine here, alongside Jeff Hawkins, Seb, and Dirty Dan, the Music Man, here for episode number 2. And I want to thank you all for joining us. I don't know how many people are watching live, but we also will have people listening on our free audio feed or even watching and listening on YouTube later on. So I want to thank you all for listening and watching. And if you see or hear anything that interests you on the show, just drop a comment and we'll address it next week if we see it, or today if we see it in the live chat. But guys, World Cup, we're going head to head with the World Cup. Probably not the best timing, right?
Not the best timing.
How much time is left?
It's extra time, and what just happened, Seb? Because I just hear a lot of Uh-oh, Seb's muted.
Seb's muted. You're muted, Seb.
What is going on with my audio? It is game now. So
game? Okay, so Spain won?
Game.
Spain won 1-0. That was pretty
1-0. Spoken like a true soccer aficionado. Doesn't say
The third
1-0.
place game was something to watch. I'll tell you that much. That's compared to that.
It was a much better game yesterday.
6-4 England.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's high scoring. Definitely high scoring.
Yeah. But music related, Seb, you watched the halftime show, and Jeff, you too.
I did.
Yeah. What happened there?
It started out with Madonna, and she was looking interesting. She has had a lot of work done lately, but she was looking a little bit more like herself.
Now
she's like 66, right?
In the ballpark there, yeah.
Oh, at least. Question, Seb, because I wasn't sure about this. Was that Mark Ronson DJing, doing the kind of the overlay of Disco Inferno to music, which was a very interesting mix, I thought.
That's a great question. Probably. I was busy getting my girls settled.
Gotcha.
So possible.
No, the first part of it was recorded. It was this thing, but it was
with Friend in the Car, yeah.
Yeah, they played the intro to Disco Inferno, but they overlaid Madonna's hit music to it with the lyrics, which was kind of interesting. And the rest was kind of I don't know. It felt like Up With People, but with just bigger stars, to be honest with you. I mean, the Muppets played Seven Nation Army, the Electric Mayhem. That was kind of...
Were they live or did they listen?
Heard that.
Listen, I'm a fan of the Muppets, but getting Animal to play the part that was made famous by one of the largest women drummers in the world seems a little misogynistic, so I wasn't a fan.
Shakira was good. Justin Bieber kind of lowered the mood.
What did Shakira? Did she play the Waka song? The
World Cup song.
Yeah, is it a Waka Waka or something? Isn't that what it's called?
I think so.
I actually listened to that this week. Believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bieber played like Hallelujah World Cup or something. It was very mellow, and you're just like, okay, that's fine.
So it was Madonna, Shakira, Bieber.
BTS.
You said? Oh, BTS. Yeah, that's cool.
No, Bieber was also there. Yeah.
Yeah. BTS and Justin Bieber too. Yeah.
They did this thing with what's the name of Ted Lasso and the assistant coach who I used to know quite well.
The little
Brendan
guy.
Hunt. No, Brendan Hunt, the bearded guy with the glasses.
Oh, right. So
he introed Justin Bieber, and Bieber came out playing left-handed acoustic guitar and doing his thing.
So Bieber, quick hit, because our friend, all of our friend, I think David Lovell, he can't stand Bieber. So yay or nay Bieber, Jeff?
Ambivalent.
Seb?
I'm going all the way in on Bieber. He's Ontario boy, and he still spends the summers up here. So
little Winnipeg boy too. He was here for a little while. Dan?
Yeah, I like Bieber. I mean, he's
Okay.
cool. I mean, he's a hockey fan too, and I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, and he's played a couple things with. I think he tried doing something. Went to a camp for NHL, which I thought was quite
Mhm.
interesting. And I was like, oh, cool, it's pretty cool. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm like, but there are some things I don't like about him. But other than that, I mean, I have no problem with him. So
He did the Blue Jay, or not the Blue Jay, I mean the Maple Leafs first
Leafs.
draft pick this year at the NHL.
yes,
draft.
that a lot of people were giving him crap about that because when they drafted McKenna, he called up McKenna, Mr. McKenna, come up, and he's like, why are they calling him Mr. McKenna? And I'm like, a lot of people didn't like that. Like they thought it was really
Why?
weird that he said that. I don't know. They thought it was like insulting or something.
How?
And he goes, and he said, we're drafting you, and why don't you come join us in Toronto? And I'm like, this is kind of like, why are people giving him crap about this? It made no sense at all.
What
You
am
know-
I missing? What's wrong with Mr. McKenna? Is he like?
I don't
is he-
know.
is
I
he
don't
like
know.
non-binary or something?
No, no,
Well, I don't know. Like,
no,
what's
people.
the-
You know how people on the internet are. I mean, they're
No,
just,
like
they're
what's
just,
it like?
it's just
How
weird.
could somebody get insulted by Mr.
I
Is it
don't
because
know.
he's young?
I guess so. It must have
okay.
been that. Yeah, it must have been that. But I get what he was going for. I get like he was
Yeah,
just trying to be like kind of cool with
to
with
me
somebody
that's
else.
respect.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And
My
I'm
only-
looking at people on Twitter, and they're like, oh, this is so insulting and this and that. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this is so
Oh,
weird. I've never seen this before.
His music's not hard enough for that many tattoos. That's my only.
Well, there is
thing
that.
about
Yeah,
There is that.
yeah, that's a good point, Jeff.
I
Yes.
do like Bieber. My have you guys know? I think Seb probably knows this, but the other two might, and I don't know about the listeners. But about 15, 16 years ago, my son, who is around the same age as Justin Bieber, recorded one of the very first. Like I didn't even know you could do this at the time, but he recorded a video for YouTube, and he went on a rant about Justin Bieber. Now, my son at the time had his bleach blonde hair, and he was way too thin. He would probably wishes he was that thin now. And he just went on this rant calling him a poser, and he's like destroying music, and he blah blah blah.
Oh,
And this thing got like
yes.
at the time it went viral. And you can Google because he's got the same name as me, Paul Fontaine, Justin Bieber rant, and I think it's still up there. And it's just him, in a basement somewhere, just ranting. Like I didn't even know he was still living at home at the time.
I remember
and,
you telling me about this, Paul. I remember
yeah.
I was cracking up. I looked it up like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is true.
Yeah, and it's crazy, and yeah, well, like Bieber won Paul Jr. So, because I like I like a lot of his stuff. Honestly, like I can't even. There's not a song that he's had that was a hit that I didn't like, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm a fan for sure. So those 5 acts, 4 acts, 5. Yeah, so it's a good show.
Yeah, it was a little bit brief from everybody who performed. They only got about 2 minutes each, so
Oh
it
wow,
wasn't quite like a Super Bowl halftime show where you get one artist to really shine. This was more everybody.
that's
yeah,
almost
it was kind of a medley, and it ended with a bunch of children singing, and so everybody hugged, and the world was saved.
Oh wow. So yeah, because I guess soccer is like pretty, or football I should say, is pretty like they're strict. Like you're not going in, we're not giving these guys more than the allotted halftime, right? Like 10
They've
minutes
never had
or
a
12 or,
halftime show. This was a first
No,
for them,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah,
but they get the
don't even know
exact
how-
amount of halftime. Like it's
It was
not.
no, it was extended. They said it was extended.
was it?
just a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, it
Because
was
the
extended a
Super
little bit.
Bowl,
Yeah.
they do, normally halftime is 30 minutes. And with the Super Bowl, like they'll go 45, 50, to get the halftime show in and get the analysts in and do all their commercials. So, it's, the Super Bowl halftime show. I think more people watch that than the Super Bowl a lot of times.
It's
But
usually
yeah,
better than the Super Bowl. So
well,
Everyone
yeah.
watches the Super Bowl halftime show for the commercials, though. That's what they want. They
See,
always
now
want
you
to
got to
see
watch the
commercials.
Grey Cup halftime show, right?
Grey
Like
Cup.
those, we get some acts at the Grey Cup halftime show. Who
we
win?
got
Green?
some
Green
Black
Day
Eyed
last-
Peas, and
Yeah.
they did both the Super Bowl and the Grey Cup. And yeah, Green Day was last year or 2 years ago. Yeah.
I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah. And they swear because we're Canada. We'll let Billy Joe. You want to swear? Fill your boots. Say whatever you want on CBC. It don't matter. You want to expose a nipple? Expose your crotch for all we care. Just come down, come up here, and do the show. Yeah. So that was fun. So yeah, we're head to head with well, not anymore. So everybody that watches Super Bowl, they're now watching us. Our numbers are exploding. Not exactly. But yeah, so last week we I think you guys left us. Now I can't remember if this was on air or off air, but Jeff, I think it was, asked us to try to come up with something that we learned this year. This week. Am I getting that right, or am I making this up in my head?
No, I did, but it was probably off air, and I think
Okay.
those two had logged off by then. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I can ask anyways, because I mean, we all listen to music in our free time, and or maybe even as we're working or whatever. But Jeff, since you asked the question, did you learn anything this week?
I relearned something.
What's that?
This is a one-hit wonder from I think 1993 or 1994. Kathy Tricoli, I think is how you say her name.
I know that name.
She's a Canadian Christian singer, I believe, or she was a Christian singer. But it's one of those times where you listen to a song and you go, "That sounds like it could be so and so." And in this case, the song is called "Everything Changes."
Okay.
The medley, if I can do a few bars, it's like everything changes, nothing is the same in the sign of love, something like that. But it sounds like Taylor Dane.
Oh, okay. She's actually
90s.
American, believe it or not.
Yeah. Oh, is she? Okay. I
Yeah.
knew she was a Christian artist. I didn't know she was Canadian. But it was originally written for Taylor Dane, and Kathy Tricoli had sung backup on a Taylor Dane song. And then they made her up to look like Taylor Dane, and she sounds like Taylor Dane. And she got a hit out of it in 1994, I believe, or 1993. And I was like, that's kind of fascinating that that's your thing, and that's how you got there. It's like, yeah, tried to get to Taylor Dane. She rejected. They go, hey, Kathy, would you like to be Taylor Dane for a day? Sure. Gets a #1 hit out of it. That was kind of cool.
Interesting. Dan, now I sprung this on you. So is there anything that you can think of that you learned this year?
There was actually a couple things that I learned today.
All right.
One of the things I was really shocked about was Michelle Branch and Santana's Game of Love. And if you remember that song, that was just so cool. I was like, okay, that was great, really great song.
That's a soft a soft spot for me, but
oh, okay, all right,
or a sore spot, I should say. But
okay,
keep going.
Well, it was one of those. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, I didn't know all this. I'm like, it's so weird. And what happened was Michelle Branch wasn't one of women that they approached first. I believe they approached a few others. They approached Tina Turner first. They wanted her to be the vocalist on there, and she declined because she didn't want to be in the video for the track. And then they went ahead and they asked Macy Gray, and she also said no because she didn't like the version. So then they went to Michelle Branch, and Michelle Branch was the third person. And she said, "Okay, yeah, I'll do it." And probably a good thing for her because she was at that time, she was starting to blow up a little bit, and right for her, with to do that with Santana, I think that was probably the best thing for her. It really got her more into the music and stuff like that. So,
And Seb, you're a big Michelle Branch fan, right?
I know like 2 songs. So.
Oh, because okay. Do you remember we had this conversation about Michelle Branch, and I never heard the song.
Yeah, I recall. No,
I still occasionally get her mixed up with Vanessa Carlton, but
that's
yeah, easy one.
But I believe I'm correct on this. Is that Michelle Branch is the one that's married to the drummer from the Black Keys, and then beat the crap out of him when he got caught cheating on her.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
no. The guy from the Black Keys has been married like 4 times and has cheated on all his wives.
Yep, I'm reading it now.
And then Michelle Branch beat the piss out of him when
So mine is not as interesting as either your two, and I'll get to Seb last. I learned that the song "Lost in Your Eyes" by Debbie Gibson.
Oh yes.
Apparently not a big hit in England. Even though Debbie Gibson had a lot of hits there, for whatever reason, like I brought that up to somebody in the UK and they were like, "Oh, who's that by?" And it's like, and I'm not even a big Debbie Gibson fan. I think it might be the only song I know by her. And so that I just said, "Oh, Lost in Your Eyes," assuming that everyone would know what I was talking about. And no, it got to like 34 there, but she's had a few top 10 hits and a few others bigger than 34. And
did not know
number
that.
one here in Canada, number one in the US,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason.
You
just
remember that
wasn't.
short period of time when she tried to relaunch her career as Deborah
Deborah.
Gibson?
Oh, yeah.
and she
Yeah,
refused to be
yeah,
called Debbie?
yeah.
It's like, good luck with the pretension. We'll see how it
I think she really only crossed my radar when she did Celebrity Apprentice. Like, I mean, that's how, like I just for whatever, I wasn't in 1989. I was 18 years old. I was not listening to teen pop music from women that were, started out in shopping malls. Like, I just wasn't my circle of expertise. Anything you learned this week, Seb? I think you probably learned a lot.
You missed the Tiffany phase.
Well, no, okay, Tiffany. I was into because I saw her in concert. I used to work at the Winnipeg Arena, and I sold concessions, and so I got to see her in concert. So yeah, I was actually into her. But Debbie Gibson was a couple of years later.
Yeah. Debbie Gibson was one of my sister's favorites. So she had the Electric Youth perfume. And
Oh, wow.
I remember just always listening to it in the house. For things that I've learned this week, one cheap plug for my nephew. I found out that he's gone viral multiple times because he's a singer. So
Marco
Nardozzi. Yeah. He's and he had one hit that had like 100,000 streams. So I was like, that's cool.
What's the name of it? Dan can try to find it and maybe put it into the show.
Yes. With You is
With You by Marco Nardozzi. Okay, hang on. We're gonna wait like 4 seconds. Okay, so that's the spot you can put it in, Dan. All right.
And the other big thing is the David Lovell did the shows that you just referenced with the Debbie Gibson song, and there's so many songs that didn't hit the top 40 that I would have had no idea.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's hit on this. Yeah, because there was a show he did where it was a bunch of songs that hit exactly number 41. And so when you hear that, you're thinking, okay, what kind of songs are these going to be? Like, 41. These were all like, well, maybe not quite all, but like 13 out of 15 were like great songs, right? Like,
yeah, and I'm drawing a complete blank on all of them except for the Debbie
well,
Gibson.
no, because you know what, the Debbie Gibson one wasn't even one of them. That was me when I was running down a playlist of songs I'd listened to that day. But no, there was a couple Huey Lewis songs. Gosh, I can't remember. Somebody
Bad
Google
is bad or
no. God, I can't remember. But
I'll pull up an old shocking one, which was Joni Mitchell and
Big Yellow Taxi.
Big Yellow Taxi only hit number 65 at its peak, and so she wasn't even the most popular version of that song. And I feel like that's the song.
There was a couple of Cars songs, I think, right? Hang on. Let's see if ChatGPT can help me here. Maybe they'll come up with some of the ones.
There's not a big research
Tiny
for
Dancer.
Oh,
we were talking
Dancer.
about
We were
talking about that.
Yeah, Tiny Dancer by Elton John. Like, so I looked it up, and the reason why it didn't chart better was because it was a very long song. It was like 6 minutes and 14 seconds or something like that, and radio didn't want to play it. So it was popular among Elton John fans, and it did get FM radio play. And then I think they may have even released a shortened version of it. And then, of course, when Almost Famous came out, then it had another life. And then even, I think it was like in 2020 or 2019, 2020, Elton John actually released a video for it. And it was filmed in LA, and it was a bunch of just regular people lip syncing to it. And it went viral. And so it became a hit again.
And the big thing about that is it misheard lyric, "Hold me closer, Tony Danza." Everyone's like, "Oh, hold me closer, Tony Danza," and they're like, "What the heck?" Like, what? Like, that's what people thought he was actually saying, but he wasn't. No.
And one of the songs that hit 41 for Huey Lewis was "Working for a Living."
Yeah. Okay, that was definitely one. There was definitely another one because he also was looking at UK charts as well.
Okay.
So I looked it up here. "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road" also hit number 41.
Oh.
"Come Out and Play" by The Offspring.
Okay.
Now I can see Europe or UK. Sorry.
Well, no, these are all Billboard. So I didn't look at UK yet. But "Come Out and Play," but probably because it was a rock song, and rock doesn't sometimes doesn't do quite as well.
Offspring didn't have a lot of number ones in other countries. Yeah, they were.
Unbelievable. Oh, what is this?
EMF.
Oh, it says number 10 here. Unbelievable EMF, and then it says note. This actually reached number 1, so it does not belong on the list. What's it on the list?
AI hallucinations.
Yeah, but they're okay. So yeah, none of the ones that David played are on this list. So I don't know. ChatGPT wasn't much of a help there. But you know what? Google, or if you're on Facebook, check out David Lovell's thing, or go on Mixcloud, download it. Number 41 songs. There was a lot, and 15 songs. And I can't remember what the other Huey Lewis song was. That you know what? I think maybe Tonight She Comes by the Cars might have been one of them. I'm not sure.
Okay,
though.
that sounds right, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a huge hit in the pop charts, but on like album oriented radio.
But yeah, FM radio. Good Times Roll and It's All I Can Do. Never mind. Those were the two. Tonight She Comes. I've
done my best to successfully avoid watching Almost Famous, and I think
really
that trend.
Oh,
I don't like. God. I'm not a Cameron Crowe fan at all.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you didn't like?
I like
Fast Times?
No. He wrote that, and I'm fine with that. I don't like the movies he directs.
Okay, fair enough. I love Almost Famous. That's just me. You know, Stillwater. Oh.
Say Anything is stupid to me, but that's okay.
Wow,
is
that's
that
like a top 10 movie for me.
Really?
I love that movie.
I'm not gonna harsh your buzz. It's just not. Okay.
I wish I had a boombox to hold over my head right now in protest.
God,
in your eyes.
Don't. Jeez.
I actually hate that song. Hate is strong, but not a fan.
Actually, it's something else that I
like it.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Something else I just learned this week is that Peter Gabriel refused to allow that song in the movie until basically the last minute, because it was he thought that it was going to be too commercial, and so it wasn't the original song that they even had in place until he agreed to it. So
sounds like something Peter Gabriel would do or say. Although he did do Sledgehammer. The video is amazing, but I just
not a fan.
Oh, hey, something else. I wouldn't say I learned it, but I was reminded of this week was and this was it was one of those shows. I think it might have been Larry's show, the 80s show that he did, where it was talking about music videos, and he mentioned, because he was doing songs that had been famous in the 80s that were from an earlier era that got a new life or something like that, and Got My Mind Set on You. Well, actually, what I did learn was that it was a cover. I never realized that. I thought it was an original by George Harrison. And there were 2 separate music videos. And Larry had mentioned the music video is one of my favorite music videos. And then he was describing it, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's one of my favorite music videos too, and it's not the one you're describing. So he liked the one where it starts out with George Harrison sitting on the chair
on the fireplace, and then the stunt double does the dance during the. Okay,
and I like the one where he's in an arcade and there's that girl, because I was in love with that girl. Like, that girl was. If I'd met her before I met my wife, this podcast wouldn't exist, because I'd be married to that girl. That was my dream girl. That girl in that video. My God. Although she's probably older than me.
Now I need to figure out who this is.
Oh,
go ahead.
I don't know who it is, but
no, you keep talking.
Gorgeous.
Let's move on
That woman was gorgeous. Okay, so we'll transition from that kind of into what we learned this week, what we listened to this week, and I brought it up because I do my. I mentioned last week that I'm doing my top 1970, or my top, like, my number one albums of all, like, all the number one albums of all time. Get it through. So this week I got to 6. I think there was one day when I didn't get to listen to one, and so I'll just run through them quickly. Was If You Love Me, Let Me Know, Olivia Newton-John. Oh, I loved her. Not Fragile, BTO. Can't Get Enough, Barry White. So Far, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And today's was Wrap Around Joy by Carole King. I guess that was only 5. But anyways, I would say, like, Olivia Newton-John's my favorite artist of all time, so I can't say that wasn't my favorite album. But Not Fragile by BTO really surprised me, because there's only 2 songs on it that I knew, but I really liked all the songs I didn't know. Like, all of them. I mentioned in our group chat that it reminded me of kind of a mix between, what's that? I said Chicago and Zeppelin. Like if you imagine that an amalgamation of those two bands, and then there was one track in particular that actually sounded like a Kiss song. I'll look up which one it was.
By the way, while you do that, Paul, the name of your actress you're looking for is Sarah Bishop. She's still working. She was actually on a writer and an actress on a cartoon show on Adult Swim called YOLO.
How does she look these days?
She still has her fastball.
Okay.
If that's how you want to put it.
And if you're listening,
Don't ask me to.
I may have to. I may have to look. I may have to look Miss Sarah Bishop up. So the song was called "Second Hand," and it just kind of reminded me of a Kiss song. Just not saying they sound like Kiss, but just the composition, the music, everything. It just kind of sounded like a Kiss song. So yeah, it did. So I had posted the songs in our group chat. Did any of you guys check any of them out, or did you have any thoughts on any of them if you have heard them? Taking that as a no.
Crickets means no thoughts.
Hey, you know what? That silence there, you can throw "Second Hand" in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking about that.
I looked. I went. Okay, I might listen to the Bachman Turner Overdrive one later because I do like the two songs that are off of it that I know. But it's one of those things where like it's weird because Dan's question threw me for a loop because I realized how many albums I don't sit through all the way in my music listening. I am a hop around type of person. And
so I've committed to just listening to these albums. Like,
I know.
Today's Carole King. Oh my God, I did not like it.
That's
Tapestry.
Not Tapestry. Oh, it's a follow up.
The follow up to Tapestry.
Yeah.
So everybody bought it thinking it was going to be as good as Tapestry, and it went to number one, and then it wasn't.
So I didn't know any of the songs, and although one of them, I think Jazzman, like I know of it, I just didn't know the song, but I've heard of it. Like I think it was probably a hit, but. Dan, anything interesting you listened to this week?
So I had my records again, and okay. I kind of did like a little bit of a Go-Go Bordello, Gordon Lightfoot, Foo Fighters, Rubber Soul. What is that over there? Offspring, New Kids on the Block, Slayer, and Black Sabbath. And the one that actually stuck out to me was one that I actually I bought the record and they never opened up for a few years. I'm like, why didn't I ever open this up? And it's Alice Cooper. And I was I'm like, why have I never opened up this out? Hey, stupid. This is like 1991. Okay. And I was like, why do I have never opened this one up? I'm like, why have I never listened to this? I'm like, I know some of the songs on here. Feed My Frankenstein, obviously, is like the big one that everyone will recognize from there, from Wayne's World and stuff like that. Or Wayne's World. Was it Wayne's World or Wayne's World 2? I don't remember which one.
Wayne's World
1. Yeah. Was one Wayne's World. Yeah, I thought it was
Seb is our Wayne's World expert. Any Wayne's World question you have?
And I was like, I'm like, why have I never opened this up? I'm only thinking maybe I tried to save this for Halloween or something. I was trying to listen to it during that time frame because of the cover, and I was like, no, I gotta listen to this now. So yeah, I mean that's the one that really stuck out to me the most. So.
And you like that one?
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there was actually some mellow songs on there, which I was really surprised about. I wasn't expecting some mellow songs on there.
So I had a Alice Cooper album as part of this #1 projects thing, and I would recommend to you $1 Billion Babies. It's freaking great. Every track is great.
Cool, check it out. I'll definitely check it out.
All right. Jeff, what'd you listen to?
I didn't listen to a lot of music this week because I actually had surgery earlier.
Oh, week. Right. Yeah. And it went well. So
hopefully, we're hoping it went well. But I like to judge my days on radio days in terms of songs that are on the way to things and stuff. And actually, my favorite Supertramp song came on the way, and I love "Take the Long Way Home" from Breakfast in America.
It's a good one.
That album. It made me actually just put on the album real quick. Just all sorts of hits from that one. But yeah, I'm one of those Supertramp fans, and I don't have a favorite between the two lead singers. I like both people's songs equally.
Something I learned this week: Supertramp has 2 lead singers.
Did you not know that? Did you not know that until I just told you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I knew Roger Hodgson, but
yeah,
I didn't know they had 2. So there you go.
Trying to figure. I forgot Davies is his last name. Rick Davies.
Breakfast in America
He's the one that does "Goodbye Stranger."
Okay. Well, I mean
And
Take the Long Way Home, Logical Song.
Take the Long Way Home is Hodgson.
Okay.
Davies is the one with the kind of the deeper voice. He does Goodbye Stranger, and I'm trying to think.
Well,
Bloody
I
Well
mean
Right.
that part where they Goodbye Stranger, is that like Hodgson like doing harmonies or what?
Yeah, that's Hodgson.
Oh, okay.
Because Hodgson has the higher falsetto voice.
Okay, all right. But yeah, it's I imagine I'll get to it because I'm sure that must have went number one, right? Yeah, it did. So I will get to it when I get to 1980, which is probably going to be in about 6 months. But or maybe not that long. Usually a year is usually about 2 weeks, so it could be a couple months. Oh, that's cool. Seb, anything interesting? Well, you were at a party yesterday, and you said, okay. So he mentioned to me, he says that he was listening to they were playing a lot of Whitney Houston videos, and you mentioned you could see how Kevin Costner loved her, and then I'm like, were they a couple? Like,
They were never officially a couple, as far as we know, but he's been in love with her since they did The Bodyguard together, and even before.
were they? Oh, they did the. Okay, I didn't know they. I've never seen that movie, so.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
Was this a joke? And I just missed it.
No, he's even at her funeral. He was talking about how she was the love of his life, even though
wow,
they were never actually married.
It's just a gorgeous woman. I mean,
so incredibly talented.
Probably one of the 10 most beautiful like female singers in history, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's Susanna Hoffs. Here's a quick hit. Like, who's your singer crush? For me, it's Susanna Hoffs all the way. I know I'm taking you for a loop.
No,
Seb?
I can't.
Seb's probably got one at the top of his head.
Well, throughout high school was always Holly McNarland, but I think for longevity, probably Alanis Morissette. Been a couple of decades.
That's solid. That's solid. Yeah, because you go back to the Alanis like Too Hot days. Holly McNarland, that's a deep cut. Like, because Dan and Jeff have no idea who you're talking about.
She had a labret piercing, and it changed me in ways. So
I really like Nelly Furtado was, but that gets me in trouble because like
Nelly's awesome.
I've been married like long. Oh, Daza is in the chat, and Izzy Hailstorm. That's a good one. Didn't she appear on an NXT at some point, or am I thinking of somebody else?
I think Izzy Dane. What?
No, that's a wrestler. But I'm talking. No, like there's a.
You mean? Oh, yeah. Okay.
They used to bring in these singers, and there's a.
Right.
Poppy was one.
I don't. Poppy, remember Poppy? Yeah, definitely. I don't.
Which band is? I know the name, but which band is she from? Izzy Hailstorm. Daz is watching. He can say because I know the name, and I'm pretty sure I like the singer. Dan or Jeff, do you guys come up with anything yet?
So Seb took one of mine, Alanis, but during that time frame, I would probably say Jewel. I love Jewel. She's beautiful voice, beautiful woman. Absolutely amazing. Modern day though, Olivia Rodrigo. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. She's great, beautiful. She could be, yeah, but still.
No offense. I mean,
no offense, but no, I mean, just she's got a great voice.
I love her music,
and I love her music too. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, just great. I'm like, just great. I've been listening to it for a few years now, and I knew it was gonna explode this year, and she exploded this year.
You know what's funny is I always thought, because I never heard you talk about her, and our friend David will always bring up Dan, and I always thought like it was a joke that, and you actually didn't like her, and he was doing it because okay.
No, it wasn't a joke.
Vampire is one of my favorite songs of the 2020s.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah. Should that
band is Hailstorm. Okay.
Hailstorm. Okay, yeah.
And I was right. She did appear on an NXT show.
Oh, she did. Okay,
there we go. All right. Jeff, did you come up with any? It's fine if you don't have any.
Susanna Hoffs is a first ballot Hall of Famer, so it's hard to
in my room, or in your room, or whatever that song was. Oh my god, that's when I fell in love with her.
But since you all mentioned Wayne's World, I'll take a cheap way out and say Tia Carrere, even though
Tia Carrere.
I was waiting for Seb to say that one. Yeah. What was her name in the movie?
Vanessa. Oh my god.
What the band? It's the band you always bring.
Cassandra.
That's right.
And Crucial Taunt. Oh my God, that
Okay.
took me a while to get that.
And John from Memphis, Bjork. Okay. I was like, okay. Bjork's a beautiful woman, but I can't listen to her. So it's like she's got the one song I like. I can never remember the title of it, but
Oh, So
it's-
Quiet.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
I'm glad nobody said Yoko Ono.
Well, John
listen-
Lennon's not with us anymore, and he's like the only person in the world that would have.
I think so. I think
the-
you're right about that.
The Bodyguard was developed in the 70s, and Diana Ross and Steve McQueen were the first stars picked for the film. But McQueen got too ill, and Ross later pulled out due to disagreements with the script.
That's interesting. Izzy Hailstrom performed for Ember Moon, the current Athena in AEW. So there you go.
Nice.
I
have,
every once in a while I know things.
I have a brief Hailstorm story. My
cool.
niece got to meet them. She was a Make-A-Wish kid, and they performed in Scotland. So her wish was to meet Hailstorm, and she said that they were amazing. So, yeah, apparently it's super nice people as well.
Let's go. We'll wait 3 seconds, and then Dan can play a Hailstorm song. All right. All right. So I think we got through the music that we listened to. Okay. So Jeff had come up with the idea or the thought that we wanted to come up with a song that we
What
use.
What kicks off your workout playlist?
Okay, I'll start. For me, I will preface this by saying I don't actually listen to music when I work out. So, but if I did, the song would be "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. I just love the way it kind of kicks off, and I will get up sometimes and just run in space as it's going. Don't stop me now, because I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Yeah, so to me that's the one. Dan, did you come up with one?
Work out? What's work out? What do you mean work out? No, I'm kidding. I did. I earlier this year I was getting a little more like the boxer size stuff. I had I got this machine with plays the music and stuff like that, and you could do the boxing, and it was quite interesting. Every time, always, I had a Tiger Survivor. So cliche, but you know what? I was like, yeah, I had to do it. And you made me think about that. I was like, whenever I'm on a treadmill, I don't listen to just like a song. I listen to an album, and maybe that'll be my weekly over here. And the album that I listened to this week on my treadmill when I was doing it was Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. And I had some interesting songs on there like Hello, All Night Long, Stuck on You. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm listening to Lionel Richie as I'm doing this. But I'm also going to see how many of you guys catch on to what I'm going to do if I bring this up every week.
Stuck on you, got this feeling down deep in my soul. It's not what I think of, but hey. Jeff, what was yours?
Sex Type Thing by Stone Temple Pilots. It's just it's a song that just starts with a hard guitar riff and it never slows down. It never has like a slow bridge or whatever. It's one of those things. I do the elliptical a lot, so I want to start at a fast clip and try and get through my hour on there and try and get to 5.5 miles or whatever it is. And no, that just works for me all the time.
And Seb, you got any?
I do. So I'm currently at my heaviest I've ever been in my life. So I've been trying to push through all of the workouts. I
The
choose
Italian
that too
stallion over
because,
here.
yeah, I know I should pick something from Rocky movies as well. But the two that I always start off with, depending if I'm starting cardio or weights, I'll go Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force, which is just all rock and speed. And the other one is 99 Problems by Jay-Z. So one or the other.
Jay-Z. So Canadian.
I really just wanted to get a reaction to Jeff on that one, but those are
no.
the
It's odd. I no longer react to that, mostly due to the All Saints song, Never Ever.
Oh, God, what a great
Sometimes something runs through
vocabulary
my head.
runs through my head.
Vocabulary runs through my head. The alphabet runs from A to Z.
And Seb, speaking of All Saints, Seb has informed me on multiple occasions that they're actually Canadian, right?
Yes,
really.
Half of them are Canadian and half are British. So, but they were always they're a fake British band basically because every time they were trying to, but they're from the home of Iron Mike Sharp, Hamilton.
Oh,
Ontario.
Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah.
The other one I put on a lot is just because this was what I was doing to try and get in shape before college and try out for football. There's LL Cool J's "Mama Said Knock You Out," which is
That's a good
always
one.
just a good
That
one
was
to
a great
go with.
Yeah.
So my wife has a workout playlist and she actually works out to it because she works out like a fiend. And I pulled it up here to go over some of them. So some of the good ones, High Hopes, Panic at the Disco, Thanks for the Memories, Fall Out Boy, Get the Party Started by Pink,
Oh, well.
Not
That's a good
Afraid,
one.
Eminem, Walk This Way, Run DMC, Blow, Kesha, Airplanes, B.O.B. featuring Haley Williams.
Mhm.
Love that one. Another one, Bites the Dust by Queen.
That's a good
so
one.
yeah. Take a Chance on Me by ABBA. Now that one, I actually asked her about this, and she just said like it's just the beat. Like she's
The
not even a
beat.
big ABBA fan. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Interesting.
I have songs like that in mind too. Like I have the Jay Giles band Freeze Frame, which is just it's really upbeat and it just keeps going and you just songs sometimes just for the beat rather than the content are really good.
and then the last one I'll mention is, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because the woman who sings on it just recently passed, is Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO, and
Yeah.
featuring Lauren, can't remember her last name, but yeah, she just like 37 years old. She just recently passed away. I wasn't sure what they.
I'm friends with Red Foo.
Oh yeah, like
He was in my improv class.
I love me some
He
LMFAO.
is a hoot because it's like he was trying to do acting at the time and just the nicest guy, and then he just went off and he became obsessed with women's tennis, and you're like, okay, and he coaches women's tennis, and he's like,
Oh,
he was
wow.
sponsoring someone who was ranked at one time too. So you saw him at Wimbledon. I wrote my buddy. I go, is Red Foo at Wimbledon? It's like, yeah. It's like, all right. Well, the Gordies have money, so good for them.
I guess like they're not, like their time is kind of past, right? As far as music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I'm sure they're getting residuals and stuff, but
I'm also sure somebody who's like related to Barry Gordy wants to get away from music and do his own thing a little bit.
fair enough. I'll tell a little secret here. We'll find out if our friend, I've mentioned him a few times, David, is listening. Seb, do you remember when I was going on and on about how like I didn't know there was a female singer in that song?
I do.
I was just giving Dave a hard time to see how long I could keep it going. I do that every once
It's
in a
a
while.
fun way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta no sell them sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I get my
Curryhead's comment here. John.
he's got 2 workout songs. I'm Bad by LL Cool J and HA by Juvenile. Or is it Ha?
It's fun. Yeah, I think it's Ha, but
Okay.
I was thinking about the LL Cool J angle to this because when Mama Said Knock You Out came out, it had been a couple years and everybody had been like, LL Cool J, he's soft, he's doing the acting. His songs were more the romantic, hey girl, what's up kind of songs.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes out with this and everybody's like, wait, that's LL Cool J doing that? Oh, the I'm Bad LL Cool J is back. I just remember it was like a career renaissance for a guy that had kind of, and now he's like, he's been on my TV for like 20 years on a lame NCIS.
Hey! I love that show.
Lame.
I did learn something, and you reminded me of it. You know the song "California Love" by Tupac.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm watching the show Snowfall. I just started watching it, and on the debut episode, there's a song that's playing like right at the beginning, and it sounded like that song, except it was different. And
Woman to Woman by Joe Cocker.
no, it was oh god, I got to pull it up now because it was actually the original song that California Love sampled. And it was and
That's
apparently
Woman to Woman by Joe Cocker.
no, West Coast Pop Lock by Ronnie Hudson and the Street People from 1982. And it says here on the wiki thing, it was adopted as an anthem by K-Day, and it's rarely left radio since its release nearly 40 years ago, which is odd because I'd never heard it. But I'm assuming that maybe it's in LA, which obviously was where you're from, Jeff. but the lyrics, like it's literally like the lyrics are completely lifted.
Okay, I'm thinking of the da 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 da. That's a Joe Cocker beat from.
Okay,
Song
but no,
Called
this
Home
is like
Alone.
literally in the lyrics of the song, in the city of LA, in the city of good old Watts, in the city of
Yeah,
Compton,
yeah,
they're pop
yeah.
locking and roll. Yeah, so it's literally like he
Okay.
lifted that verse from that song. So
Got it.
and yeah, the song was cool. Like it's, you know, your early 80s rap, so it's like before it got commercially successful, and so it's kind of that old schoolish, you know, like you can barely recognize it as rap almost, but I thought it was cool, and that I would recommend that show, by the way. I never watched it when it was on TV, and I started watching it. And I'm like super into it. It's about like kind of the crack cocaine epidemic in, you know, in the 80s, and like this young drug dealer coming up, kind of like The Wire, but a little bit more update version of it. Like
It's John or not Hughes,
Singleton.
or Singleton. That's right.
Yeah.
Early '80s rap is fun to revisit.
Oh, yeah.
I have been doing that occasionally. Like I just recently put on Nucleus Jam on It, which is a fun little song.
Here's some homework for next week. We can all find some early 80s rap, and we can talk about it next week.
Have fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
All right. And so that was that one. We got to that. There was one other topic we had. What was it?
Dan's album.
Go to
Yeah.
records. Yeah.
Yeah. So go to albums. So Dan, you came up with it. What is, because Dan originally wanted us to do a top 10.
That was too much. That was too much. Yeah, we'd be here forever.
I mean, I could have done it, but
would have been a whole show.
We can discuss. We can discuss if it's one. It makes for better discussion. Yeah. So
how about we do one or two, just in case you were having trouble picking between your children here?
Well, I have one that I always go to, so I'll come up with another one too. But
okay.
So Dan, what do you got?
So really for me, I pull this one up because this is a record that survived a fire and a flood, and it's a go-to. You're gonna look at it, you'll be like, what? I'll let you take a guess.
The White Album?
You got it. The White Album.
Nice.
Beatles.
White Album. Remember I talked last week about this stack of records that I had?
Yep.
That is in there. So I actually listened to it for the first time.
So many great songs in there. I mean, it's really 4 albums. I mean, 4 sides, so 2 albums. And just Back in the USSR, Martha, My Dear, Blackbird. I love Blackbird. Blackbird is such an amazing song. Yeah, such an amazing song. And a little story about that. They actually we had a live performer go to my friend's father's funeral many years ago, and he performed Blackbird as kind of like his death song. And but it was, everyone started bawling. It was just so emotional, but it's just also such an amazing song too.
My favorite Beatles song, I think.
Yeah, and Helter Skelter's on there, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, all the Birthday, which is a very popular song to play at people's birthdays.
What's the Ringo song?
Oh God, the Ringo. What is a Ringo? I don't remember the Ringo song.
There's always a Ringo country song.
It's Don't Pass Me By.
Was it Don't Pass Me By in there? Yeah, all right. Yeah. Rich. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, with Richard Starkey, I think, is on there too.
It's like the women's match.
Well, that's the parenthetical. It's Don't Pass Me By, Richard Starkey.
Right. Yeah.
I'm glad that one slipped by. Did you? I said it's like the women's match on an AEW show. The Ringo song,
and of course they had one with Yoko Ono on there. Of course, the continuing story of Bungalow Bill.
Oh,
no.
While My Guitar Gently Weeps gets deeper. Yeah, While My Guitar Gently Weeps gets richer and deeper every time I listen to it.
Yeah, Jeff Healey does a great version of that too. Canadian. Did you have another one at Dan too, or no? Just that one?
I would say probably like Morrison Hotel from the Doors. I mean, that would be like another go-to as well. I mean, they had some good songs in there too. And I'm a big Doors fan anyway.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, and it was really, was their 5th album, I think it was, if I remember correctly. But just some, Roadhouse Blues, Peace Frog, Maggie McGill's on there. So there's some unusual songs that you probably wouldn't recognize. Waiting for the Sun, I think that's probably my favorite one on there, actually, because that was just such an awesome one. But there'd be some songs in there like some people wouldn't recognize, but this is just like an amazing record. Morrison Hotel, a lot of people love. So
the only Doors album I've ever listened to all the way through is the Waiting for the Sun, because it was their number 1, and so when I was doing that year, I listened to it, and that album was great.
Yeah.
Unknown Soldier,
that's a good one too.
Yeah. What do you got, Jeff?
My go-to is generally Traffic's John Barleycorn Must Die, which started out originally as a Steve Winwood solo project that then turned into a Traffic album, and then kind of became, I think, their most famous album in terms of all of them. I'm a big Steve Winwood fan, but the Glad into Freedom Rider, it's pretty big. I mean, Glad was just used in the trailer for the the Leftovers, which was the Paul Giamatti movie. My favorite tune on there is one called Empty Pages, also redone by Blood, Sweat, and Tears later. But it blew my mind because I loved the bass line on it, and it wasn't until a few years ago I was told, I believe by Justin Payne, our friend, that that's not Dave Mason playing the bass. That's Steve Winwood playing bass on the organ pedals on the Moog.
Wow.
And it's awesome. I love it. No, I everything about that album. It's one that I can listen to all the way through because, like I said, I'm a hopper from time to time, so I can't sit there and listen to it because there's always one skippable song on most albums, and that's one where it's like, no, I can listen to this whole. Even like it took me a while to like the title tune for a long time, John Barleycorn, which is an old British folk song about the dangers of alcoholism.
Yeah.
My second one is I really like the Black Crowes' Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. I think
A
that
good one. I owned that one a while back in the day.
that one is great. And if you ever want a chance to listen to what I think is possibly the best musical autobiography, go listen to the drummer's audio reading of his own book. I'm gonna get his name here real quick. Where's the personnel? Steve Gorman. And it's called Hard to Handle, and it explains everything you ever wanted to know about why the Black Crowes should have been a much bigger band than they were, because Chris Robinson and Rich Robinson always kept self-sabotaging the band on each album, because like Chris Robinson would decide, like after Southern Harmony, he's like, nah, I've been listening to a lot of the Dead, so I want to be like the Dead now. And they fired their producer, so they made Amorica, and that was when they like insulted Walmart by saying, we're not going to change the cover for this. You know, we're going to put the woman with the pubic hair on the cover or whatever. But the one that always sticks out to me is they have this, I think it's a double album of the Black Crowes and Jimmy Page live at the Greek. And the first night, it might have been 3 nights, because one night was horrible, like legit horrible. I think it was the night they were doing their own songs, but they played the Tonight Show that night, and Jimmy Page afterwards asked to be in the Black Crowes. He asked to join, and Chris and Rich said, "Nah, we're good." and Gorman's like, "Are you effing kidding me? Jimmy Page just asked to join your band, and you said no?"
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Insane. What do you got, Seb?
Just quick Black Crow story. I saw them headline over Oasis one time, and
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they had fallen apart, but everybody kind of left after Oasis, and I felt bad for Black Crows. I stayed for the whole show because I'm not leaving with the price of tickets, but it was like an Oasis crowd. So my first thought was A-Sides win. I'm rocking a Sloan shirt today. But it doesn't count because it is a best of, and so I couldn't pick that. So Jagged Little Pill has been my go-to album for 30 years, and front to back.
It's almost like a cheat card, like that one, Appetite.
Oh yeah, Appetite's like my second favorite for like just non-compilation. Phenomenal top to bottom.
Yeah,
Appetite. And I saw Guns N' Roses play basically the whole album live, but it was with Buckethead, not with Slash. So
okay, I've seen that probably, like, other than Black Eyed Peas, that might be the band I've seen the most. Guns N' Roses.
Oh wow,
I've seen them like 5 times. Oh yeah,
that's an interesting question. When Seb's done, what's the band you've seen the most?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's I like that one. Too.
Well, I still have my albums, but we'll have time. We'll
skip your albums, Paul. It'll be fine. It's probably Olivia Newton-John or something.
How about next week? Maybe that's the next.
It's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I stepped on you, Seb. Did you have another one?
No, those Jagged Little Pill and Appetite would be my.
Oh, so I just happened to say Appetite, even though you.
Oh, 100%. Love that album front to back.
No, it's like, to me, for whatever reason, it's not one because I guess when I was thinking about this, I'm always thinking along the lines, and I think Jeff was probably thinking this way too. of not necessarily like albums that everyone would think of, but more like ones that you like that you're trying to turn other people onto. And for
Let's go
me,
Sloan for anything for mine then.
yeah.
Everybody listen to Sloan.
What's the one that they did live?
Oh.
That was it. It was two separate shows. It was a live album, and I think it was in Montreal and Toronto, but it could be wrong.
Yeah.
That's the one I own.
Because I have it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only Sloan album I actually own. And it's got all their big hits on it. Big hits. Again, we're Canadian, so these guys don't know. Money City Mania.
One Chord to Another is probably the most famous album.
Yeah, that definitely. I think I may have had that one briefly. I had the cassette or something. So for me, I've owned this album in every single format that is in existence, I think. And I currently have the album, and I think I probably purchased the digital download when it first became available. But it's Chris de Burgh, Spanish Trains and Other Stories is my absolute, like, my uncle gave me this 8-track when I was like 9, and my uncle was 10 years older than me, so he's 19. And and he said, like, I love this album, and at the time it was 3 or 4 years old. And for me, I just listened to it like nonstop. I know every single song word by word. I just love it. It's nothing like Lady in Red. So I'll just say that, like, that's the song everybody knows Chris de Burgh for. It's absolutely nothing like Lady in Red. Like,
I'm actually a big fan of High on Emotion.
Okay.
One that he came out with in the 80s, I think made like the top 20 and then died or something like that.
In that stack of albums I had, there was a Chris de Burgh album on it. I can't remember the name of the album, but it had a song on there called Brazil, which I absolutely love. And again, it's nothing like Lady in Red. So there's that one, Spanish Train and Other Stories. One that probably more people know and might surprise you that I absolutely love is Kesha's Animal. I absolutely love this album. Like, I can listen to it like nonstop. I bought it like when it first, like shortly after it came out, and I listened to like every track like hundreds of times, and I don't think there's a weak track on the album. I just probably one of my favorite albums, if not my favorite album of the 2000s. I just think it's great.
They had a big joke about Kesha at some point. Somebody said, "Oh, what does Kesha smell like?" And somebody said, "Shrimp in a baby's diaper." And I was like, "What the heck?" Like, what is? That was probably when she was like being like popular, like those early 2000s, like that you were saying. And I just laughed when I said, "Like, where did this come from?"
What does Kesha smell like? What? Who would ask that question?
It was just a thing online that started. It was just the weirdest thing. And I remember reading it. I was like, "Where is this even coming from? And why did it even come up with something like that?"
That's my question is how would they come up with that? Oh my God. Wow. What a weird question. Okay. What was that question you just had, Jeff?
What's the band you've seen the most in?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think for me it's so not a band, but an artist, and it's maybe John Cougar Mellencamp.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not many, like 6 maybe. Like, I haven't, like, just for whatever reason I don't go back and see. The only ones I can remember seeing multiple times are Guns N' Roses, him, and Black Eyed Peas for whatever reason. So and Bon Jovi is another one I've seen, I think 4 times. What about you, Jeff?
Oddly enough, Blondie is the band I've seen the most times in concert, especially during the No Exit time. But I had a friend who I later dated, but she was really a big fan of Blondie. And so I think I've seen them like 5 or 6 times. Also fell in love with a lot of their opening bands because of that. They're like Real Big Fish. And I'm not a big ska guy, but I liked Real Big Fish. Danger Man, which had a hit with Let's Make a Deal. And then a band I really like out of LA called The Negro Problem. It's called Stu and the Negro Problem now, and I threw David Lovell off by putting that on one of my 10, 15 songs I listed. He was like, "I have to say this name." I go, "Yes, you do." But they're really good. The lead singer of that guy by the name of Stu, which is short for Mark Stewart, wrote a Broadway show called Passing Strange a number of years ago that Spike Lee did the finale of. It lost at the Tonys to Spring Awakening back in the day, but no, they're really good. But Blondie, and then I think Rush is probably second.
Oh, Oh wow,
Rush,
I've never
right.
seen either of those bands. Okay, we got a minute. I mean, we don't have to end right in an hour, but I'd like to keep it to an hour. So we'll go real quick. But I'm gonna have homework for you guys. We'll talk about this next week. We'll talk about great bands that we've seen that open for other bands because that came up twice now.
Oh, I got a couple of
Yeah.
that one.
So
Yeah.
Seb, band you see most often?
Sloan for about 14 or 15, just ahead of Holly McNarland for like 13-ish.
Mona
for-
flew you to Calgary for your birthday one year to
She-
see her, right?
She
them.
did. She's sorry, to Edmonton. She flew
To
us
Edmonton.
to,
I always say Calgary.
and so yeah, same thing. But so we went to go see them in Edmonton, but yeah, fantastic. So
Daza's seen Def Leppard 5 times. I saw them once on a double bill with Duran Duran in 1983 at BC Place. Dan, what do you got?
Top right now, Clutch. I've seen over here from my hat. I've seen them about 5 or 6 times now, and tied after that is Foo Fighters and Weezer. I saw them about 3 times each, once
nice.
together, and that was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them. I've never even heard of Clutch before you, but yeah, I like Weezer and I can't even. I already forgot the other band you mentioned. Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah. And Curryhead, BB King. He's seen 3 times. Wow, that's cool. Dan John does great karaoke to BB King song. So if you ever get a chance to hang out with John. All right, well that's gonna do it. I love this show, by the way. This was great. So hopefully next week will be just as good. Keep the comments coming on the chat, or if you can find any of us on Twitter at CrapGame13, at Seblogs, right? And what is it? Ad LaQ.
At the Nerdy Dan.
At the Nerdy Dan. Okay, there we go. So for the Nerdy Dan, Dirty Dan, the Music Man, for Seb, for Jeff, I've been Paul, and this has been the Music Nerds Podcast.